AMC, GameStop, short squeeze. It can be a little bit confusing if you're not exactly sure what's going on. So in this video, we're going to talk about it, and hopefully we're going to talk about it in a simplified way so that you, your mom, your sister, anybody should be able to understand what's going on with this and kind of who's going to win the battle, right? It almost seems like we're fighting a battle right now. It's Wall Street versus Main Street. It's the little guy versus the big guy, and we all want to know who's going to come out on top. It seems like the big boys are trying to cheat a little bit because I think they might be getting a little bit scared. Now, if this sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2021 the best year ever. We're going to grow our portfolios together, and we're just going to grow together. Now, if you like the content on this channel, please don't forget to click that like button, and if the subscribe button is still red, do me a favor, click the subscribe button, join the channel, and become a bro. Alright, so in this video, we're going to be focusing on AMC, and we're going to talk a little bit about GameStop and kind of where we think these prices could go, where they're at right now, what they're doing in aftermarket trading, and kind of what's going to happen in the days ahead. Now, if you're not too familiar with what's going on right now, we'll go over a brief description and hopefully get you caught up to speed on what exactly is happening, why these stocks are rocketing higher, what shorting a stock means, and so on. So when you short a position or you short a stock, you are selling the position now in hopes and in expectation that the position will be trading at a lower price in the future, and then at that lower price, you expect to buy it back and cover your short position. So essentially all you're doing, instead of buying low and then selling high, you're trying to sell high and then buy back lower. That's really all it is when we're talking about shorting a position or short selling. So now that you know that, we can kind of go over what this short squeeze is and what's going on between Wall Street bets, between these retail investors, and in stocks like GameStop and AMC and all of these other companies that are getting a lot of publicity, and really what's going on in the market right now. So the big institutions, the banks on Wall Street, the hedge fund managers, they were shorting companies like GameStop and movie theater chains like AMC in expectations and in hopes that these companies would go bankrupt during the pandemic, just during the course of business. Like GameStop, they think that brick and mortar stores are on their way out. They think that movie theater chains like AMC aren't going to be able to survive the pandemic, and therefore they sell the price and try to drive the price lower. Well, there's been a group on Reddit called Wall Street Bets, a group of retail investors that got together and said, not today. So they decided that they were going to go in, they were going to buy stocks like GameStop and AMC and shoot the price higher to squeeze out these institutional investors. Now, how could they do that? Why would this work? So when you short a position, you have to have enough money to cover the position as the stock price goes up. So let's say they shorted, let's just make the math simple. Let's say they shorted $1 billion worth of GameStop, and the price was driving lower, so they would be making money. Now, as these retail investors went in and started buying positions, the stock price started to rise. Now, if the institutional investors were to go in and buy that stock back, GameStop was trading at over $400 per share today. These institutional investors would have to go in there and spend $40 billion. Now remember, they purchased it for $1 billion. Now they're going to have to go in and cover their positions for $40 billion and take a $39 billion loss. Now these are hypothetical numbers, kind of just to make it a little bit simpler and understand what's happening. Well, this didn't work out as planned, and we had another bank come in and try to bail them out, and then Robinhood got involved and canceled everybody's trades on GameStop, and the whole thing is just being blown out of proportion, right? It's almost like the big guys are trying to cheat, trying to bail themselves out because they can't take what the retail investor is doing right now. So hopefully that explains a little bit about what the short squeeze is, as the retail investors were trying to drive up the price to squeeze out these institutional investors so that they weren't able to continue their positions and that they would lose out and lose money. Now, where do we think these stock prices can go? Is GameStop over? We saw GameStop lose over 50% today. We saw AMC lose over 50% today. AMC was trading at $20 per share yesterday, and I think it closed somewhere around $8 per share today. But the good news is After market trading, the stock price is back up. It's around $12 per share right now. So we're seeing interest in this position again. GameStop fell down to like $112 or something today from over $400, and now it's back up in after hours trading. I believe it was up above $300 per share. So the fight isn't over yet, guys. The retail investor is not giving up. After hours trading looks excellent for everybody who's holding the position and who's been invested in this stock and really wanting to see it move higher. And the battle is going to continue raging on. There's been a lot of controversy and a lot of class action lawsuits filed against institutions and places like Robinhood and everything that's going on with them. And you know, the retail investors is saying, no, this isn't going to fly. We're not going to stand for it. And you can't just stop us from investing. So I like to see what's going on here. The battle is continuing on. Now, I know that Wall Street bets, and there's a lot of talk out there that people are going to take GameStop all the way up to $1,000 per share. Now, keep in mind, GameStop was $2 per share just last year, and it was around $10 to $15 per share just at the beginning of the month. So this has been a meteoric rise in such a short amount of time. Now, could they do the same thing with AMC? And, well, let's just talk about this for a second. Do I think that GameStop could make it all the way to $1,000? If the big boys stop cheating, if they let us play, if they let us invest, if they let us do what we're trying to do, I absolutely think the stock price could go all the way up to $1,000. Now, do I recommend buying this share? Look, if you're not playing with money that you're willing to lose, if you're not willing to buy and hold the share, if you're not willing... Look, it's a very speculative trade at this point. Anything can happen, especially if the big boys are trying to freeze your account and you know, get you out of the position like that. Very speculative. So no, don't invest if you can't risk the investment. But with that being said, if you're looking to get in, know that this stock is shooting higher and it's shooting extremely low. Okay, there's a lot of volatility in both GameStop and AMC. So if you're looking to invest in one of these positions, buy it as the stock price is rising. You know, don't be afraid to just let the dip go, wait for the bounce, and get back in. Okay, maybe you miss out on a couple dollars per share, but look, this stock price, the volatility, the amount of support and back behind these positions, it's a couple dollars per share. As long as you get in as the stock price is rising and you're able to manage your position, you're going to be in a better spot than if you buy it on the way down. Because look, it's with the volatility, it's going to be up and down. And be willing to hold it as well. Stop losses with volatility like this, you're almost guaranteed to get stopped out. So it's kind of have to be something that you're willing to hold and willing to see what happens in the future. Now, the same thing goes for AMC. If you're considering trading AMC, we talked about it yesterday. The stock price was at $20 per share. The historical high is somewhere around the $30 to $40 range, and I absolutely believe that this stock price could shoot up just the same way that GameStop did. You know, could we see $200 per share, $400 per share? Absolutely. When these people get involved, they're getting involved. You know, there's no better way to put it. When they back these stocks are absolutely soaring because they've got a mission behind the investment. It's not just an investment in a company. They're on a mission. So with that being said, if you're looking at investing in AMC, I would also recommend doing the same thing. If you're not willing to lose the investment, if you're not willing to sit on the investment for a while, it may not be an investment for you. Make sure that you're doing it if you're a speculative trader and you're okay with the volatility. You know, this stock could open up tomorrow at $50 per share. It could open up tomorrow at $4 per share. Nobody really knows. The volatility is there. And if you're not going to be able to sleep at night, you're going to be a lot better off if you're relaxing and if you're resting. But if you're speculative and you're okay with that type of risk, make sure to buy the stock as the stock price is rising. And I'm going to have to say, watch out on those stop losses too, because the volatility in this stock, you could get stopped out and 3 minutes later, it could be back up to the price, double your money. The volatility is crazy, guys. So if you're thinking about investing, and if you've got any questions about short selling or kind of what's going on, Hopefully this video answered those questions, but if not, let us know down in the comments below. There's a lot of guys on this channel who are very intelligent. They can help you. They can explain it down in the comments. Maybe I can jump on there. I can help explain it a little bit, but we want to take all of your doubts away. We want to answer your questions, and we want to help you. Now, guys, I need to know, hopefully if you've stayed this long, you're interested in AMC, you're interested in GameStop, we need to know who's invested, who's going to hold the line, who's going to win this battle, and if you're in it for the long haul, if this is something you believe in, what price you got in at, what price you're willing to hold to, and kind of what you think is going to happen in the future, we need to know. So start it in the comments below. Inspire us, let us know what you believe, and don't leave us behind, all right? Don't leave us behind, guys. Hold the line, and let's go. Now, with that being said, if you like the content on this channel, please don't forget to click that like button. If the subscribe button is still red, you got one more shot. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, become a bro, and let's grow together. And if you want to share this video on Stock Twits or anywhere else, please make sure to tag me there as well, @ClayBro. And until the next time, I hope you guys have an awesome day.